It's Friday, it's Virgin Galactic Fridays, and today we have the episode and talking about the road to $50, guys. In worst case, this is what will happen for the end of the summer of 2021 and what I did just recently and what you will see here in this vlog is quite interesting. Okay, so we will talk about first the space stock and some trades that I made. Then I want to also talk about the stock chart analysis to see where is the trend in the space stock and what needs to be done to have this $50 stock at $50. Okay, and third and not least is we will diving into the $50 road. Okay, how Virgin Galactic can go from about $23 to $50 by the end of the summer. So I'm super excited. Stay tuned and let's go. It seems we are over the most bad time in Virgin. Just for now, okay? As you remember, Shamas sold, Richard sold, and also Katie Wood by ARK Invest sold some shares, and everybody was panicking, and the stock went, in just a couple of months of, from 29 to about let's say $21, and since then we rebounded about 12-13%, and I think temporary because of the earnings coming, this is now the cheapest that you could bought in. If everything goes well to my personal road to $50, I think we will see maybe a surprise at the earnings, something that we don't even think about yet. But the most important thing, the date for the test flight. So I think this will be very, very important for Virgin Galactic stock. And if you are looking into the week performance, it was, one of the better performing stocks with about 2.71%. Going into the earnings week, I think that's quite cool. Market cap, sweet, easy, $5.56 billion. I think quite cheap for what they have, in their portfolio. And I'm looking forward to see a really interesting earnings call. Okay, obviously I will be live, so make sure to stay tuned here. And before we diving into the road of $50, let's dive into the stock chart and if we see any trends, any technicalities that will either, support or a little bit, stop our rally to $50 per share. So here we go, our favorite stock on Friday, and as you can see, it didn't quite happen like it would be the best case scenario, as you can see here. But we are anyway in a very bearish scenario overall, okay? We crossed the 200 moving average, which is approximately here. So it's important to really go higher and higher and higher to cross that at some point, and that's why I'm not that much concerned about yet. I'm actually quite happy that we are still at those levels so we can buy in cheap. And if we are looking now into the further expansion course, you have obviously the bad news of yesterday with the Blue Origin and also the overall growth market for growth stocks. The overall stock market just went down. I mean, Tesla was down, Space was down, Beyond Meat, Peloton, everybody was deeply down. And obviously Space was with them in one line. Anyway, so with this now going to the south direction, you can also claim that Tesla is more in a downturn rather than back into the upturn. Okay, definitely it looks like that when you look at, out of this perspective. So we could further see a decline here, and then it will be important what happened the next couple of days. Okay, so on the 4th, which is this here, this where my cursor is right now, this will be the day of the earnings. So we expect overall information what the company is doing over the last couple of 3 months. Then obviously when the next test flight is going. And with this, let's say, more precise information, we can maybe escape here this trend going either sideways or even up, and then with a couple of days with anticipation to the test flight goes through that, and here would be a changing point. So basically, if you're looking into the chart, here is now a very dense decision making process. All right, so either the earnings, including all the information that will be said there, will be very disappointing. That let me just make this more properly. So in red, the worst case scenario would be very negative news, right? I mean, we will not go back to 10. This is not what I'm anticipating here, but I'm just saying that we can definitely go lower if the earnings will be disappointing. For example, imagine they would say, hey, we will reschedule the test flight to end of the year. Okay, this would be like the worst case, right? And then Blue Origin comes out and say, hey, we start with a ticket price of $50,000. Okay, so this would be like the worst case scenario. Okay, maybe then the stock goes below 10, but just to give you an introduction what can happen here. Okay, in the best case scenario, we are seeing something like that we are escaping that because we are having good news about the test flight happening on the 20th of May, for example. Then towards the 20th of May, we're going through here, and then with a successful test flight, we are seeing new highs, for example. Okay, this could be happening. All right, then on the other side, if we're seeing, let's say, a neutral, let's say a gray scenario, which is, the earnings went, we are waiting for the test flight is going good, but, the stock is not really moving and staying in this kind of scenarios. Then maybe I would, let me just redo that with a good test scenario. I would maybe, we would maybe try to go through this but could not go through, some kind of this kind of scenario in a neutral state. Okay, so you can see here the probability is more than the stock goes actually up than down, in my personal opinion. So I'm super excited. Let's dive into the last category. So the road to $50, for my personal opinion, is quite straightforward one. Why? Because first of all, we were there, and already there's people who are willing to buy space at the current levels or the current engineering levels, which is close to the space flight, at $50 or even $60. Okay, so this is the psychological profile that I currently see on the investor side or potential investor side for space. Then you can see that there is huge happening this summer. Okay, we are talking about the space flight in May. Okay, we talked about in my live stream about that we think that on the 20th of May we will see the live stream with the Spaceship 2 going into space, and I will be live streaming, so make sure to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and ring the bell so you get notified for every new video or live stream that I'm doing here on this main channel. Secondly, if you want to know more about Virgin Galactic and my personal very deep dive case study about Virgin Galactic stock, then make sure to check out the x10masterclass.com. You will get also the lifetime access to my Discord chat where we talk about daily about space and other stocks. So then you need to understand that there will be like a trend and also a lot of event marketing. Okay, what I mean with that? We will see also the glide flights of the new Spaceship 3. So you have seen when the Spaceship 3 was revealed, we have seen TV appearance on CNBC, on CBS Morning, on Bloomberg, everywhere, either by the interview of Richard Branson and the CEO Michael Colglazer, or other people just releasing an article or a snippet for this brand new spacecraft. Okay, so you see the interest into this industry is huge. So imagine what will happen when not only the space flight in May will be successful, but the flight after that, because because shortly after that, we will have the next test flight with Spaceship 2. Then we will have also the Richard Branson flight, which will be the mega event anyway. And then we will see also glide flights, which are, according to my reference to, the first time when they did glide flights with the Spaceship 2, they can do them on very regular basis. I mean, weekly. Imagine weekly we will see that the Spaceship 3 will do glide flights, test flights, and so on and so forth. This will be amazing, guys, okay? A lot of potential, because we just have seen just a couple of days ago when the White Knight 2 went up and did the test flight, the stock directly reacted, and also on the rumors over the weekend and on Monday, we have seen the stock ticked up about 5-6%. So, there is a lot of potential, and I'm quite interested to see the stock then going slowly but surely towards, an end of summer. Just to give you a timeline, I think it is somewhere by, I would say September. Okay, by September, I really see Virgin Galactic at $50 or more, but I want to take a little bit of over excitement out of that, because think about that, January and February were very big overrun periods on the stock market, where many crazy stock prices we have seen, spec prices went out of the roof. So make sure to, adjust to that and don't overreact. I did, in addition to that, 2 new trades. I bought a little bit, just a couple of $1,000. I think it was $3,000 in expiry January 2022 call options on Virgin Galactic with a strike price of $25, and 1 YOLO trade just with $1,000 for the January 2022 with the strike price of $100. Okay, so just to make sure to have a little bit fun while seeing the overall stockpile of space growing in my portfolio. This is just for fun, guys. As I always say, I always calculate myself that even if I lose all of the money at the call options, it's not a big deal for me. But I wanted to share this because this is quite interesting always. And let me know in the comments what you think, and happy weekend.